Before we begin, if you enjoy slow, sleepy stories, please consider subscribing. That way, you'll always have a forkful of calm, ready for bedtime. Now take a deep breath, and let's begin with one of the least dramatic, most dependable tools of modern life. The fork. The fork, a tool so simple, you hardly think about it. It sits in a drawer, it's at every table. It stabs. It scoops. It swirls spaghetti. But the fork has a story, a slow, quiet, and surprisingly long one. Let's go back. Way back. Before the fork, there were hands. That's how people ate. Fingers. Palms. Bread used as a scoop. For thousands of years. That was enough. Prehistoric eating. The first humans did not use forks. There were no forks. They picked food with their hands. Tore meat. Bit into fruits. Licked their fingers. Some used sticks. Flat rocks. Shells. But forks, not yet. Even spoons came earlier. Because of soup. And porridge. And liquids. Forks took their time. Ancient tools in ancient Egypt. There were tools. But not forks. In ancient Greece. The elite used two-pronged utensils, not for eating. But for serving meat. These forks were long. Sharp. Practical. But not for the mouth. The Romans had something similar, a ligula, a small spoon. And a fusina, a trident-like tool. But Romans, too, ate with fingers. With bread. With spoons. The fork was still in the shadows. The Byzantine fork, the real fork, as we know it, appeared in Byzantium. Around the 4th century. In what is now Turkey. The wealthy began using two-pronged metal forks at banquets. For fruit. For soft meat. They were elegant. Delicate. Golden, even. But many people thought it was unnecessary. Odd. Unmanly. Arrival in Europe. In the 11th century, a Byzantine princess named Maria Argyropolina married into Italian nobility. She brought with her forks, and people noticed. They called it strange. Arrogant. Even sinful. A priest reportedly said, "God created fingers for eating. Using a fork is prideful." So people did not adopt it. For centuries. Slowly forking ahead. In the 14th and 15th centuries, forks remained rare. In Italy, they spread among the elite. Gold. Silver. Ivory. In France and England, forks were viewed as foreign. Unnecessary. But pasta changed everything. Yes, pasta. Pasta and the fork in Italy. Pasta became popular. And fingers did not work well. Spoons were clumsy. The fork was perfect. By the 16th century, four-tined forks began appearing. Rounded tips. Curved for twirling. The fork had found its food. And its place. The fork crosses borders in the 17th century. Forks spread to France. Catherine de' Medici, an Italian noblewoman, married into French royalty. She brought chefs. Recipes. And forks. French nobles began using forks. They were still cautious. Still suspicious. But they liked the cleanliness. And the style. Soon, England followed. Early English forks. In 1608, a traveler named Thomas Coriat wrote about forks in Italy. He praised them. But back home, people mocked him. Called him furcifer, fork bearer. Still, he insisted. And eventually, the fork made it. By the 18th century, forks were in most upper-class homes. Two prongs. Then 3. Then 4. The Industrial Revolution. With the industrial age came mass production. Forks were cheaper. Easier to make. Easier to own. Steel. Nickel. Plated silver. Sets of cutlery. Matching spoons. Matching knives. And matching forks. Now everyone had them. Not just the elite. The modern fork today. The fork is everywhere. Plastic forks. Metal forks. Camping forks. Disposable forks. Long forks for grilling. Small forks for desserts. Tiny forks for olives. Forks with fancy handles. Forks with curved necks. Forks with rubber grips. They come in sets. They come alone. Sometimes they disappear mysteriously. Lost to lunchboxes. Cafeterias. Washing machines. Types of forks. There are many kinds of forks. Dinner forks. The standard. Salad forks, shorter. Dessert forks, daintier. Fish forks, with a wide curve. Carving forks, with two long sharp tines. Serving forks, large and flat dot, even sporks, half spoon, half fork dot, the best of both worlds, question mark, maybe dot. There are forks for cake dot, for lobster dot, for fondue dot, for pickles dot. Forks are versatile dot, quiet dot, reliable dot. Forks in culture, forks appear in fairy tales dot, in royal dinners dot, in pirate treasure chests dot, in dollhouses dot, in cartoons dot. The villain might have a trident dot, which is really just a giant fork dot. In weddings, people toast with silver forks dot. In cafeterias, plastic forks snap dot, but they keep showing up dot, no matter the setting dot. The fork stays dot. Fork philosophy. The fork is not flashy dot, not fast dot, not loud dot, but it gets the job done dot, with grace dot and repetition dot. You use it without thinking dot, every day dot, every meal dot. It asks for nothing dot, and yet it delivers everything dot. It connects your hand to your food dot, to your hunger dot, to your satisfaction dot, quietly dot. Final thoughts. And now, as you lie back, your fork rests in a drawer dot, or on a plate dot, or in a dishwasher dot. Its work is done dot, for today dot, tomorrow comma. It will rise again dot, to pierce a vegetable dot, to lift a noodle dot, to steady a bite dot. It will not boast dot, it will not demand thanks dot. It is just a fork dot, and that is enough dot. So let the day fade dot, let your thoughts slow dot, like the gentle curve of a stainless steel tine dot. Sleep well dot, and may your dreams be properly served.